I'm going to talk about one of the sexiest topics in app development today, user authentication. It is sexy because a wrong implementation can make your users abandon your app quite quickly. If you have a digital product, especially in the form of a mobile app, you probably know how difficult it is to get downloads. And the people who find your app in some way and download it are so important for you that you want to keep them in the app as long as it goes. Even small details can disrupt the user experience, which can make your users uninstall your app even without seeing what it really is offering in practice. One of those moments when you can lose your user is when the user needs to create an account in the app. An account is often, but not always, needed so that your app can make sure that it is giving this right service to the right user. There are different options for authentication, obviously, email and password, which is the traditional one, and some social sign-in options like Google sign-in, Apple sign-in, Facebook sign-in, and so on. The list of options is actually quite long. If the user is really motivated to try this app out, he probably takes the trouble of creating the account itself, but it's not always the case. Typing an email and password is sort of cumbersome on a phone screen. Moreover, the user later needs to remember which email and password he used in the process of account creation. Options like Google Sign-in, Apple Sign-in, and Facebook Sign-in offer smoother experience for sure, but the thing is that many people still feel uncomfortable with signing into a random app that they downloaded from the App Store with their Google account, as an example. The underlying technical solution can actually be quite secure, but you can't expect ordinary people to be that knowledgeable in the field of software development. And the moment your user feels insecure can be the moment for him to uninstall your app from his device. What I can observe is that many successful apps tend to solve micro problems. And it makes sense because the phone screen itself makes it difficult to use complex systems. Apps should be simple enough for users to use on the phone. This is at least my principle that I'm trying to follow in my apps nowadays. As an example, I developed an app lately using which people can put digital signatures on PDF files, such as contracts and things like that. It's also made possible to summarize those PDF files with on-device AI models. Since such PDF files can be quite sensitive and the user may not feel comfortable with saving them in my database in the cloud, I developed it in a way so that all these PDF files are saved on the user's device. In this particular example here, everything the app is offering happens on the user's device itself, and there's essentially no transmission between the app and my company database. So, with other words, there's no reason to create an authentication mechanism between the app and my servers in the cloud. I believe that many apps are likely in the same situation, especially the ones that do not save any user data in the cloud database. And if that's the case, if your app does not really need authentication, then just don't add it. In this way, you simplify your implementation, decrease the complexity in your code, and even minimize the amount of data that you collect from your users. It is probably needless to say how important it is nowadays with data minimization with regards to the privacy concerns we all have. So to summarize, there are two golden rules here. First, don't have any authentication at all if there's no need for it. And second, if you need an authentication, motivate clearly why you can't solve it with anonymous authentication before you implement other types of authentication solutions to your app. And that's it. Thanks for listening and see you next time.